So you want to make money with just 100 YouTube subs. I got you, come. I'm going to be telling you exactly how you can connect your Bitcast Subnet 93 miner to your YouTube analytics, and you would need to provide educational and valuable content for the Bittensor network in exchange for alpha tokens. Let's get to it. So guys, we're back on the $1 million whiteboard. This is some high level stuff I'm showing you guys. There's like barely even 30-40 creators making money off of this right now on YouTube. So you mainly have two pathways if you want to connect a miner to Bitcast and start making educational videos to get paid. So the first one would be, do you have 1,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel and 4,000 watch hours in the last year, guys? So this is important. If yes, you're probably a YouTube partner. I would suggest wait it out, okay? Wait it out, because Bitcast is actually releasing a one-click miner connection. Probably it's going to be easier if you already have the YouTube partner program. But, you know, if you're a pleb like me and, you know, only have 100, maybe 200 subscribers, this is your new reality, guys, okay? So your channel needs to be 21 days old. You need to have 100 subs. You need to have 1,000 minutes of watch time. Guys, this is not so much. I am literally in the trenches right now putting in work on YouTube. It's not that much, 1,000 minutes. You need to have 10% retention. And there's also a cool dashboard that you can check before uploading on YouTube. If you are going to get emissions, it's basically a fail or a pass based on your transcribe. And if you look at the bottom here, right, guys, this is the most important part. You need to have 1,000 alpha staked to your miner hotkey, not staked as a staker to a validator with your wallet, etc. This took me 2 days to understand, all right? But you need to move 1,000 alpha tokens from the validator you're staking with and you're earning APY to your miner hotkey that you generated with btcli commands. And you're not going to earn APY on that 1,000 alpha, but it is mandatory for you to move it there with another btcli command for you to be able to actually register with only 100 subs. So, and yeah, like I put a picture right here. btcli stake move is what you need to run to be able to actually move your alpha, and for the subnet to recognize that you're a serious holder and you're holding 1,000 alpha before regging on the subnet. And it's either a fail or a pass. Most of the time, if you pass this script checker, you're most likely going to get emissions for the video you made for that brief. And this right here is just an example of the completed briefs. So you see the briefs here, they're completed. And there's 4 active briefs right now that people are actually making videos, trying to accumulate views, watch time, etc., just to earn alpha tokens. And you're basically going to read this page right here. It's the most important page. And then you're going to click on the README page and you're going to read it again. And you're going to go to the miner setup guide. And this is where it gets slightly technical. You would need a Linux machine. This is what I'll be showing to you guys, because I am right now on the Windows PC, obviously. And we need to transform our PC or our virtual private server into a Linux operating system. So guys, once you understand this, like I said, you never generate your cold key on a virtual private server. So instead, what we have to do is use VirtualBox and just select Ubuntu as the operating system. And we need to transform our Windows operating system where our Tau is currently sitting onto a Linux operating system with VirtualBox to be able to run btcli commands, all right, btcli commands, to be able to run various commands to be able to move our 1,000 alpha from a Windows machine into a miner hotkey. All right, guys, new day. So now that you understand what Bitcast mining is and how it works, I would have told you go buy any VPS, generate a cold key, fund it with 1,000 alpha and start mining, but we can't do that, like I said, because you need to generate your actual cold key on your own machine and not a VPS like I just mentioned. So you're gonna go to this website called ubuntu.com, because this is the operating system distributed by Linux that we're going to use. And you're gonna click the download button right here. Obviously download Ubuntu for desktop. This is the version 24.04. You're gonna click download right here. It's as simple as that. What we also need to do is download something called VirtualBox. Just go watch this video by Kevin Stratvert. It is the most clear and concise video for you to understand what VirtualBox is, how to use it, why is it necessary, and things of that nature. And once you're at this step of the video, you need to precisely select that you're going to be using on that virtual machine at least 4,000 megabytes, which is 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 2 CPU cores. Otherwise, you won't be able to connect to your Bitcast miner. Why? Because if you go to their GitHub and you go to minimum compute, you see as your miner requirements, you need 2 CPU cores and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Make sure your VPS meets these requirements. When you go to purchase your VPS, you need to have at least 2 CPUs and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Also, most likely your virtualization is probably not turned on. So if you click Control Shift plus Escape and you look at the bottom right of your control panel, right here you see enabled on the video. But if you haven't enabled it, you need to go on your Windows's BIOS system. It's very simple. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Follow this video, it's going to look something like this. And you would simply need to select enable here on the top. So now we're on the website virtualbox.org. You can see it right here. Make sure you go there. It's going to be linked in the descriptions, all the resources. You click download. So make sure you select Windows host because you're probably on a Windows PC and your Bittensor Tau is sitting in on your Windows Chrome wallet right here. And we need to convert that into a Linux Ubuntu machine. So guys, as you can see, I'm doing nothing too crazy. I just downloaded VirtualBox and I'm following the prompts. Just follow the video that's just in the back of here. It's going to guide you super properly on how to set it up, and make sure you select the right computational requirements like I mentioned. And I'll see you guys once Ubuntu and VirtualBox are properly installed. So guys, as you can see, the setup literally took me 5 minutes. Right now, the Ubuntu operating system is downloading on my computer. So you can picture this as I have my local machine, which is my Windows computer, but I have a computer inside another computer, and you access it through the icon, the little icon right here, Oracle VirtualBox, and then you just power your Ubuntu system. So right now, what we're doing, as your files are copying on your Ubuntu machine, you're gonna go head on over to racknerd.com, and look, I'm gonna give you guys a little nugget. If you write New Year at the end of the handle, I don't know why they do this, but you get fire deals that you don't see on the website front page, and you're gonna wanna buy this one right here that costs $43 per year. Why? Because it has 4 gigabytes of RAM and 2 plus CPU cores. This is what you need exactly to run a Bitcast miner. Don't buy these ones because you won't be able to register. So order now, it's super simple. And on the bottom, make sure you're on a Ubuntu operating system because you need to run btcli commands, like I said, like btcli stake move, btcli wallet balance, regen Coldkey, or like btcli transfer. You need to run these types of commands on a Ubuntu operating system. And then you just click continue and you buy the VPS. To access your VPS, on your Windows computer, you need to open it with Windows PowerShell application, and you SSH, into that virtual private server to start mining. If you aren't familiar with VPSs, I highly suggest go watch this video, how to set up a RackNerd VPS step by step. Everything's in there, guys, so I'll link it in the descriptions. Go step by step, take it easy, take it slow. Watch this video 2-3 times if you need it. It's completely normal if you don't understand exactly why we're doing things. But in the simplest form possible, I can explain it to you guys. The reason why we're operating on Ubuntu right here and on a virtual private server simultaneously is because we need to generate our private key from our local machine and not on a virtual private server that can get compromised. You can lose your Tau funds, or it can get hacked or whatever. Yeah, guys, so this is what the dashboard of RackNerd looks like. As you can see, I have 3 services. Think of this like I can have 3 different miners on Bitcast, but obviously I do not have 3 YouTube channels. So this service right here is essentially what you purchased earlier for 43 bucks per year. Okay, so once you power on your Ubuntu VM, it's supposed to look something like this. You're gonna be here, and you're gonna have to access your terminal. Your app is going to be somewhere here, but me personally, I pinned it on the left side, so just access it. And the first command you need to run on your terminal is this one right here. I'm going to be linking it into the description. but you're basically updating your whole operating system, because when you click that download button earlier, it was just a snapshot. Maybe it was released a couple months ago or whatever, and you just need to have the latest versions of everything so everything can be smooth when you run Bittensor operations. And quick little nugget, go here on devices and go to shared clipboard and click bidirectional. That way, once you copy something on your Windows machine, you're going to be able to right click and just paste it into the Ubuntu VM. And a second nugget, go here, click explore and write Linux specialist. And once you do Bittensor operations, or you want to ask commands on Bittensor CLI or things of that nature, the Linux specialist gives really good answers. You know, do not use general ChatGPT because it's not fine-tuned for Linux. All right, guys, quick break. What have we done so far? So right now at this stage, you need to understand what Bitcast is, how it works, and the minimum requirements. And you need to have read the GitHub pages. Secondly, you bought a RackNerd VPS and you understand what SSHing is. If you don't know, just type in how to SSH into my VPS. You access it with Windows PowerShell app on your computer. So you've also installed VirtualBox, which is right here. You've installed it. And you've also installed Ubuntu to be able to generate your cold key safely. And next up, what we need to do, that's why the check mark is yellow, we need to clone the whole GitHub repo, do the whole installation of Bitcast in our files, generate a hotkey and a cold key, fund the hotkey with 1,000 alpha tokens, and finally register on the subnet with this command, which costs a little bit of tau. It's super easy, guys. Quick little bonus tip if you want to properly store your VPSs, because if you mine on 50 different subnets, so this is an example right here. It's 3 different instances. You know, the first one, it's a VPS. I had registered on Bitcast around the month of July. That's why it's written Bitcast mining. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it, you know, with this instance right here. Obviously, I blurred out the passwords, the IP address, whatever. But this is like a general idea of how you can store your different instances and your VPSs if you mine on 2, 3, 10 different subnets with multiple miners even. It's a good way to track your stuff. All right, boys, so we're now ready to, you know, to actually do the miner setup and, you know, download all the necessary GitHub repositories of Bitcast. But before that, I just logged into my VPS for the first time since November 2024. And I ran this command right here. I'm highlighting it, sudo apt update. And I'm gonna pause the screen. I'm gonna show you guys other upgradable commands that I ran, just so everything runs smoothly and my operating system is up to date. All right, guys, so I just updated a bunch of things on my operating system and I wanted to run this command as well right here. And it seems like we're missing the library pip3, which is useful, you know, when we're dealing with Bittensor downloads and SDKs and CLIs and wallets and things of that nature. So just paste this command right here that you just see that's highlighted. It doesn't matter if you don't understand what it means exactly. I'll try to link a file in the description or something for you guys to understand, but just run it and press enter because it is needed before you you clone your Bitcast miner. All right, guys, we're now ready to clone the Bitcast repo. We're getting close. So copy this command, right click, and it's going to paste automatically. Just press enter and watch it go to work. You are going to change directories. So cd bitcast, enter. And as you can see, RackNerd with /bitcast. So you're in the Bitcast folder. And boom, you're gonna run this exact command to create the virtual environment. So a virtual environment is important. So your miner can only use the specified libraries and dependencies while you're mining. Just do it. Doesn't matter if you don't know why. And also run these 2 commands to properly activate your virtual environment. And you're supposed to see venv somewhere right here next to root. So run this one and run this one as well, the last one. You see, guys, I'm not a developer. I'm just following what the GitHub says. Well, with a little bit of focus, you have no idea how far you can go. Quick side note, while the repo is downloading, if you want access to my private Discord channel where we share stuff with people and we network about subnets, we exchange what plays, we buy, we sell, etc., you can join my private Discord Trendsetter Alpha group. It's going to be linked in the description. And you also get to use the tools that I built, such as scrapers, bots, subnet sale alerts, and things of that nature. And right here, if you run the command right here, which Python version, pip list, whatever, this command right here, you're gonna notice that the Bittensor package right here, the wallet package and the CLI package aren't up to date. So you need to run the following commands so your Bittensor related files are up to date. So now we're upgrading the pip file. Now we're upgrading the Bittensor SDK. Also the command line interface. And finally the wallet. You can also run this command right here. It's going to show you if your versions are the latest. So right here you see 9.11, 9.12 and 4.0. And if you go to the official pypi packages, you clearly see 4.0, 9.11 and finally 9.12 right here. So now that your Bitcast repo is cloned and your virtual environment, you can see it right here, is set up, we need to do a Google Cloud Console. I don't even know what that was 2-3 months ago, but I learned, and we need to let our YouTube data API and our YouTube analytics talk to the Bittensor network with an authorization key. I know it sounds complicated, but we need to let Bittensor talk to YouTube, and we are the ones allowing that. So click here. It's going to take you to a page like this. So from here on the top left, you're probably going to see new project, but I already did it. So you're just going to click it, click new project, and you're going to name the project Bitcast Miner 1 or whatever the case may be. And you're going to leave no organization right here and click create. And boom, just like that, your project is created within a few seconds. So right now, make sure you're in the right project, so click this one. And you can see on the top left again, Bitcast Miner 2, I'm effectively in the right cloud project. Continue on by clicking APIs and services right here. And on the left side panel, you're gonna click libraries, scroll down to YouTube, and click this one, YouTube Data API v3 and YouTube Analytics API. Don't click this one. So you're gonna enable that one, so Bitcast can talk to your YouTube data. And you're also going to enable this one. You're now going to click this left options bar right here and go to APIs and services, scroll down to consent screen right here, click it and click get started. And you're going to fill out this information right here, just like on the Bitcast instructions. So just follow the guide step by step. So app information, Bitcast Miner, user support, put your email, audience, you're gonna select external. And don't forget to add yourself, aka your own email as a test user. Otherwise, your access is going to get blocked from Bitcast to YouTube Analytics. Contact information, enter yourself again. Next, just press agree. And lastly, press create. Guys, this takes maybe a minute or two once you get the hang of it. All right, super important, guys. Once you've pressed create, you're gonna go to audience right here. You're gonna click add users, okay? Just add your email, keep it simple. You need to add the email that controls your YouTube channel, basically your Google account that controls the YouTube channel that you're going to mine and make videos with. So hoopnewsdaily@gmail.com, save. So I am now a test user. Just keep in mind, this is something you need to do to not get your access blocked between Bitcast and YouTube. Yo guys, this is actually crazy. As I'm doing it a second time, everything is so much more clear. It's so simple. This just proves that starting from zero, I'm not a dev, guys. I didn't know anything about programming or coding or mining or whatever, but with a little bit of focus, you can achieve a lot of things. And right now, what we're doing in the simplest form possible, we're getting like an ID badge to prove that the miner is us. We're controlling the miner, and we're trying to access, our YouTube analytics, our data to the Bittensor network. So you're gonna click create client right here, press web application, name it Bitcast Miner. Name it Bitcast Miner right here. And under authorized redirect URIs, you're just gonna copy this link right here, which is on the Bitcast repo. They give you all the instructions. So boom, you're gonna click create. And right here, before you press OK, you're going to download your secret JSON file that you would need to add into your VPS terminal for it to work. So right now, my client ID and my client secret is obviously blurred out for privacy reasons, but just download your JSON file. It's gonna go on your computer and you're gonna drop that file with a specific web application that I'm gonna show you into your VPS miner. Next up, go to a website called WinSCP.net. This is going to be useful to drop that secret JSON that you just downloaded into your VPS file. So download right here, direct download. As you can see, it's downloading on the top right. The setup file is right here. Just go through the prompts and download it. It's pretty simple, typical installation. And right here is pretty important. Make sure you select the commander interface because the left side is going to be your local machine and the right side is going to be your VPS. So anything you drop from left to right, you're dropping from your computer, which your secret JSON is on your VPS, which is the right side. All right, boys, it's another beautiful and blessed day. What an opportunity to get better at Bittensor. So take this guide seriously, take a maximum amount of notes. It's just the general practice and the backend skills you are going to get with the Bittensor network are going to be unmatched. So for your host name, you are going to put the exact primary IPv4 VPS IP address that you have. So boom, you see it right here, 107, whatever. Port number 22, just leave it at that. Username, you are going to write root, super simple. And the password, you're going to put the password that Racknerd provided you. So nothing too shabby right now. You can save it if you want. So boom, save. And then you just simply click login. So this right here, warning, it sounds a bit scary, but it's normal because it's the first time that you log in. So just click accept. Write your password one more time and click OK. So now we need to drop the client secret in the right direction, okay? So if you look at GitHub, there's a slight mistake. If you look at GitHub, there's a slight mistake. You don't drop it in this file path. You need to drop it in Bitcast. There's two Bitcast, minor secrets, and then your client JSON file. So head on over to your WinSCP. It should look something like this, all right? And if you can see on the right-hand panel side, I am right now on root. It's the same as if I'm on root right here. And you can see I need to drop it in the file right here. So you're on root right now. Find Bitcast, double click it. Find Bitcast again. Find minor, then find secrets. And then on the left side, which is your computer, you need to find your client secret. So click right here, the little blue bar. And for me, it's in download. So I'm gonna double click downloads. And I'm going to look for client secret right here. Boom, client secret, it's right here. And I literally need to drag and drop it right here. Boom, just like that. So now my client secret is in root, Bitcast minor secrets. This lets you effectively authenticate your YouTube channel. Yeah. Also super important, guys. So if you look carefully here, it says save it as client secret JSON exactly. So you're gonna go to WinSCP, boom, rename, and literally rename it client underscore secret, and the JSON file is already named. So let me just double check. Your file in the right path as exactly as is. So client underscore secret .json, and I think it should be good now. So now that your file is dropped, I'm reading as I go. It says go to audience and publish the app. So you're gonna go back to your Google Cloud Console project, select Bitcast minor, go to audience, and publish app. All right, so boom, I guess publish, confirm. So I guess now my app is published and we can head on to the next step. All right, super important. Right now we need to run this exact command right here, btcli wallet regen Coldkeypub on our VPS. So this is our Bitcast VPS. And right now, guys, like I said in the beginning of this video, your TAO is sitting on your Windows computer. You need to take your wallet name and your wallet address and run this command on your VPS Bitcast miner, this command right here. So your wallet name, you type in the wallet that is on your Chrome wallet, and it's case sensitive, and then your full address, all right? We are doing this because we need to attach a hotkey to a Coldkeypub. And remember, guys, Coldkeypub is completely safe. It's like your bank account number, but if someone has your bank account number, they can't do anything. They can't move the funds. What's important is the Coldkey, which isn't on this VPS right here. It's going to be on the Ubuntu virtual machine, like I told you guys. So now I've entered, my wallet address. Let me just see what it does real quick. So I'm gonna press enter. And this right here, enter the path. It just tells you that your wallets are going to be in Bittensor/wallets. Click enter again. And you see it right here, generated Coldkeypub successfully. Congratulations, you are now a bit better at handling Bittensor Hotkeys. From there, you're now ready to generate your actual hotkey, which is your miner. So you're gonna grab this command right here, but you need to change it because the wallet name is actually your Tau Coldkeypub that we just entered. And the hotkey name, you're just gonna pick something easy that's easy for you to remember and easy for you to associate. So do that. So select this right here and just change it to your liking. So right here, this is the command, which is here, btcli wallet new hotkey. I blurred out my actual Coldkeypub name. And I named my hotkey Bitcast Miner ATL because ATL is the location of my VPS. It's easier for me to, understand which miner is in which VPS. So boom, press enter. Then they're going to ask you how many words you want. Just pick 12. It's the easiest to write, the easiest to remember, whatever to deal with. So 12. I'm probably going to blur out the rest, but just follow the prompts. You're going to have to create a password. Just pick an easy password. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you on the other side. All right, boys, it's another blessed day. Let's analyze what have we done so far so you guys can follow up with ease and clarity. So up until now, we've done these 3 check marks, and the 4th one, we literally just finished it. So miner setup, you clone the whole repo, and we just set up a hotkey and a Coldkeypub. At this point, you guys are supposed to know what this is, and I hope you took some notes of your seed phrase because this is important. So the check mark right here, we can just change it from yellow, to green, erase that, boom, and it's done. So we have 2 more check marks to focus on. So like I said, guys, we're getting close. Right now, the Tau is sitting in the Chrome wallet right here, which is a Windows machine. And you already have a Ubuntu virtual operation. So you're gonna open that and you're gonna regenerate your 12 words on the Ubuntu virtual machine. And then we're gonna run btcli stake move on that miner VPS, and then we're gonna register on the subnet and you're done. So we're just opening up the machine, nothing too crazy, guys. We just have a computer within a computer running on Linux that we control. That's why it's fine to put the 12 words in here. So just type in your password to enter. So now your VM is going to look something like this. I just go on to terminal right here. It's the most important part. And try to resize it to the maximum because I think it's the most, comfortable view. Okay, so remember in the beginning of the guide on the VPS, which I'm not logged in right now in it, we installed various Python and just Bittensor related programs. So we need to do the same thing on our virtual machine because right now I just checked. I don't have much files. I have nothing related to Bittensor. So start by updating all your stuff. We already did it earlier, and run this command right here. Paste sudo apt install python 3 pip3 yes. Press X, enter. And they're gonna ask you for your password, type it in, and then it's gonna start downloading. Okay, so I just tried running a bunch of commands and it didn't work. So we need to create a virtual environment, on our virtual machine. To be able to run Bittensor related commands. So you're going to create a virtual environment with this command right here. So you now just install the virtual environment library, and we're going to create a virtual environment called Bittensor_venv. You're going to press enter again. All right, it's there. And then you're going to have to activate it with this command right here. And boom, just like that, you see it, Bittensor/venv. So we're now in our virtual environment and we can start downloading Bittensor packages. So guys, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, but in the beginning of the guide, I showed you this pypi website. These are the 3 official Bittensor pypi packages that you can access right here from the release tab on the Bittensor official Discord, and make sure you click these links right here to be on the official website. So you're going to start by the main Bittensor SDK. You're going to click right here, copy the command. And just like we did on our VPS, which I'm not logged into right now, we're going to do on our virtual machine. It's the same thing. Boom, paste, pip install Bittensor, enter, and it's installing right there. They're giving it to you, so you just copy it. You do the same thing, paste, enter. And finally, you need the wallet package, so copy that. Paste, enter, same thing, and it's downloaded. So you now have everything you need related to do btcli commands and move your stake around. And once you're done, you can just quickly double check with this command, pip list, and you see the 3 versions right here. Alright guys, I can't freaking believe it. We're getting close. So up until now, you have the proper packages downloaded on your Ubuntu virtual machine. This is where you sign all of your transactions. It's a safe machine. Your virtual environment is set up. I just showed you how to do it. And now we need to regenerate our Coldkey, which is our Bittensor wallet right here. I'm not gonna click it, but we need to take our 12 words, the scary part, and put it on this Ubuntu VM machine. And then we need to run btcli stake move onto our miner hotkey right here, because with this VPS instance right here, we're going to mine. It's two different things. And mind you that the Coldkey right here is simply a Coldkeypub. You cannot sign transactions from here. All the signings that you do, that you move funds or things of that nature, are done on the Ubuntu machine. This is the whole point of Bittensor miner security. So now on your Ubuntu machine, open up your virtual environment. I like to keep my command, on a Notions app, and I just copy paste it. Boom, so just like that. If you don't understand, how to open up a virtual environment, any chatbot can help you out. It's super simple. So press enter. And you can directly see, so from my home directory, I am now in my Bittensor virtual environment. Anytime you run btcli commands or just you try to mine or just anything related to Bittensor, make sure you are in your Bittensor virtual environment. The packages are already downloaded. So next up, the scary part, you're going to take your seed phrase like I just showed you 30 seconds ago, and you're gonna run this exact command. And for you little creeps, no, this is not a real seed phrase. It is actually a full example of what you guys need to do. So you're gonna write btcli space w space regen dash coldkey space double dash mnemonic space. Don't forget the comma right here, and then word 1 space word 2. If you make one single error with a caps lock or a capital letter or whatever, it's not going to work. So keep the format exactly like this. Obviously, I'm not going to go through it because I don't want to show you my seed phrase or whatever. But once you press enter, it's going to ask you two things. Enter the wallet path, just ignore it, press enter again, and then write your password. It's going to ask you for your password, and boom. Once you write your password, you're going to see Coldkey regenerated successfully, and you are officially going to be able to sign transactions for your VPS instance, but on your local computer. This is huge, guys, for you to understand this. So now that you've regenerated this wallet right here on your Ubuntu machine, you can sign from there, and you can run the command btcli stake list and enter your Tao wallet. And you can quickly see that the amount right here is supposed to be identical to your amount right here, and that's why we need to move 1000 alpha from here onto our miner VPS. And for the purpose of this guide, obviously I have a test wallet with 2.5 alpha tokens, but just imagine that this right here says 1000 or 3000 or 4000, whatever, and we need to move 1000 of those alpha tokens, which are sitting on subnet 93, which is Bitcast. Right now they're sitting on the validator right here. You see a Tao bot, but we need to get them on the miner hotkey VPS, which is right here. The address is right here, and you need 1000 of those sitting right here, which won't earn any APY. But remember, guys, we don't have 1000 subscribers and 4000 watch hours on YouTube, so that's why we need to do this. You see btcli wallet associate. This command is used to associate a hotkey with a Coldkey. So it just tells the blockchain that, this Coldkey owns that hotkey, and you need that before running btcli stake move. So press enter here with this command. And you see hotkey name, is not associated with any wallet. Do you want to continue? Yes. Enter your password. Associating hotkey on chain. And you see it right here, successfully associated hotkey with your wallet, which is the Coldkey and the Coldkey name and your Coldkey. Now you're ready to run btcli stake move. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. You can start by writing btcli stake move. And before we start, keep in mind, I'm running a test transactions just to show you guys the interface, but everything you type in here that the command prompts you, it needs to match your VPS names or wallets or addresses, whatever. I'm going to do what will work for me so I can show you the interface. Start by typing btcli stake move. and enter the destination wallet. So you're going to open up your VPS and type in your Coldkey wallet name. Enter the destination hotkey. The default, if you only have one, should be the one nested right underneath. So you can just type its name. This is my wallet hotkey name. So the origin wallet name is once again your Coldkey where your alpha tokens are sitting. So it's this wallet right here. It's the name. Enter the origin hotkey name where the stake will be moved from. This is the important part. You're moving from the validator hotkey. So you're going to copy this right here. Control Shift plus C. And you're going to paste it right here. Enter the origin subnet 93 because it's Bitcast. Enter the destination subnet. The tokens are still going to be moved on Bitcast. So type 93 again, enter. Enter the amount to move. You're going to type 1,000 here. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do 2. And you see the full overview right here. So we're staking on subnet 93 from this hotkey, which is the validator, again to subnet 93 to the destination hotkey right here. It's your miner, okay? You're supposed to have 1,000 minimum here. And this is just the rates and the fees or whatever. Would you like to continue? Yes. Enter your password, and you're not going to see while you're entering your password. Ubuntu is made like that. Decrypting, and you're officially going to sign BTC stake move. And booyah, staked move. So imagine right here, you see 1,000. You're going to be ready to go to register on the subnet. And if you want to double check everything ran smoothly, just type BTC stake list again. And as you can see, we just moved 1.5 alpha tokens, on our miner hotkey. And this, was on the validator. And you see the miner hotkey right here, which you need to see 1,000. And what's left on the validator hotkey is 1 alpha token. So everything is perfect, guys. I'm just going to put 1,000 alpha on my real stuff, my real wallets, and we're going to go register on the subnet together. All right, boys, we're getting close. You're finally ready to register on the subnet. But before that, we need to set up our firewall correctly for security. And we need to set up something called a .env file for the miner to be able to fetch, our wallet names. So the first command you are going to run is this one right here, cp bitcast whatever. It's exactly here, on the Bitcast repo. You can literally just copy paste it. You press enter and it's copied. Next up, you're going to run this command right here, nano, to open it. So right here, you are on your .env file and you can start modifying the wallet name. And remember, the wallet name must match your Coldkey name and your hotkey name. It's simple. And it is case sensitive, so be careful with that. So once you have entered, the values, you can press Ctrl plus O to save. Plus, you need to type enter as well. Boom, now it's saved. And then you can press Ctrl X to exit the .env file. You can verify the contents of your .env file if something is bugging with this command right here. Next up, to set up your firewall properly, just deactivate your virtual environment because we need to go to the home directory and go and cd and press this key right here. And you are now in the home directory. So the first command you're going to run is this one right here, install yes firewall. Enter. So now it's installing the proper firewall packages. Next up, you're going to deny any incoming traffic that may be from a scammer or someone trying to DDoS you or things of that nature, and allow the ports that you want to allow. Enter. Next up, you are going to allow port 22. This is for SSHing. You're going to allow port 80, 443, and 8091. This is Bitcast port, and you see the allow right here. Otherwise, you won't be able to communicate with Bitcast and mine. And finally, you are going to allow your firewall to be activated. And make sure you allow it at the end, otherwise you're going to lock yourself out. Command may disrupt existing SSH connection. This is what I just said. Just press yes. And if you're paranoid, if you can just confirm with this command if the ports are actually allowed, and you see the allowed ports. Next up, you need to allow Bitcast to communicate with your YouTube channel's analytics. So copy this command right here. And don't forget to actually go into your folder and reactivate your virtual environment, because when you set up the firewall, you actually removed your virtual environment. Okay, so once you're back into your virtual environment after having set up your firewall, we need to do this step right here, authenticate with YouTube, to let Bitcast check your YouTube's analytics. If you don't do this, you're just gonna get blocked and the validators won't be able to see, your performance. So you're gonna copy this command right here. It's super simple. Go to your VPS, make sure you're in the virtual environment and in the right folder, and just run this thing right here. So once you hit enter on that, boom, starting manual authentication. Do you want to proceed with authentication? Just type yes. Authorization URL. And you have all the copy instructions right here. So take this long address format right here, exactly as is, Control-Shift+C, open a new tab up top on your computer, paste it, press enter. Boom, and now you need to choose, your right Google account that holds the YouTube channel. So for me, I'm gonna click this tab because this is the one that controls my YouTube. And here, don't be scared, it's just some BS security stuff. Just click advanced and go to bitcast.network. Here, just don't overthink it, just select all. You're just allowing Bitcast to see your analytics. And boom, you have this little code right here. And if you look on your VPS, it says the code will be a long string starting with 40 whatever. And you have an example right here. And we need to copy it. So there's obviously a code right here, ranging from here to here, and we need to copy it. Obviously, I'm going to hide that for privacy reasons. And you are actually going to paste it into the authorization code below right here and press enter. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, authentication setup complete. Bitcast can now read our analytics. We're ready to freaking register on the subnet and run our miner. And you see the command right here, register on subnet. This is exactly what we're going to do right now. So copy that and modify with your Coldkey name and your hotkey name. So for me, it looks something like this. Boom, wallet name and hotkey name, press enter. And you see it right here, you have your TAO balance and the registration cost. Right now on Bitcast, it's super cheap to register. I think it's a couple cents, but some subnets you have to pay like 20, 30, 40 bucks every time you register. So type yes, enter your password, it's your Coldkey password. And right now it's just decrypting, doing its thing. And boom, just like that, is going to take maybe 45 seconds. We are officially registered on subnet 93 as a miner. And right now, what's super cool, if you look up Bitcast, you can actually see yourself on the subnet metagraph as minder UID, whatever your UID number is. So now we're going to go back into our VPS, and you are going to install a Tmux session, the Tmux libraries, etc., just to be able to run your miner even if your VPS closes. Because in essence, if you click X right here, your miner stops, and you don't want that. You want uptime, you want, proper rewards. So we need to do that. The first command you're going to run in your home directory without having your virtual environment, because it's on the system level, is this one, sudo apt update install tmux yes. Next up, while still being, in your home directory, you're going to run this command. I'm going to name it bitcast tmux, just for me to understand which session that is. And you're supposed to see a green bar right here indicating that you are effectively in a Tmux session. So right now we're just going to change directories once again and activate our virtual environment because we need to do Bittensor related stuff, and you can run the easy command to start your miner. And it's important to know your proper health checks. So right now as the miner, it clearly says it's online. You can write PM2 list, and these are the running processes. I'm not even sure what that means, but it's fine. If you want to view your logs in real time, you can type this command right here. So these are your Bitcast logs in real time. This is something you can use to debug or, send to validators if you have any problems with your rewards. To exit the miner logs, you can just press Ctrl-C, and boom, you're out. Also, little Tmux nuggets, if you want to detach yourself from this session, you need to click Ctrl+B+D, and boom, you're out of it, but your miner is still running. If you want to do other btcli commands while still having your Tmux session, you can literally just open a new tab, SSH again into your session, and just imagine here the Tmux session is here with the green bar. You're going to be able to run other btcli stake move commands or whatever you need to do from this second tab. If you want to go back in it, you can just type this command and your Tmux session name. And boom, I just attached it again. And you can also safely close your Windows Shell Power App and your miner is still going to be running with PM2. So now, little piece of advice, your trust as a miner, okay? So you can click it to be from the highest to the lowest. If you fall at spot 256 and someone registers, you're probably going to get kicked out. So make sure you do good YouTube videos related to these content briefs. And once you're done filming this video, you need to actually check it with the script checker and you click check video. And if it says passed, it most likely means you're going to get emissions. But stay on your grind, make good videos. Don't try to cheat the game. Don't do stupid AI videos. Put in the work and you're going to get paid. Whew! This was probably the most insane run I've done for you guys. It was crazy. I learned so much. I feel so much more confident heading into mining into other subnets just by doing this. So this just shows if you put your head down to it and you just focus up and you follow what I've learned in the past 6 months for maybe 20, 30 or 40 minutes, however long this guide is, you are going to go a long way. Just if you understand Bittensor mining, you're above 99.9% of Tau holders, which is huge. So drop a comment down below if you want me to make any other guides on any other specific subnets. And also, if you want to join our private exclusive subnet alpha group, we're already 5 people. There's a ton of talent in there. There's someone mining on subnet 13. Heck, he's making me learn things. It's super nice. We're exchanging a lot of nuggets. If you want extra technical support, I can help you out in there. And also, you will be benefiting from the tools I build on a regular basis. And right now, what I'm thinking is actually a wallet tracker for the DSV fund. All you Tau folks, you know who DSV is. And a Coldkey swap bot to see subnet sales in advance and to invest in them automatically. So guys, follow this guide, take some notes, rewatch it 2 or 3 times. Don't worry, everything's gonna click and I'll see you guys on the other side.